We are back now with our Consumer Confidential on how to protect yourself from text scams. Last year, get this, more than 800,000 scams were reported to the FBI.
Wow.
And there's a good chance that you or someone that you know has been targeted by one of these scams at some point. So we brought in the expert, NBC News technology correspondent Jake Ward. He is here to help us try and stay safe. So let's just start, Jake, with some of the most popular scams that are out there right now.
So, right now there are just so many ways that technology is making it easier and easier for scammers to get going. And that has to do, of course, with AI. Voice cloning is a big thing that's happening now. Already, people that I know in my life, I'm sure all of us have had this experience, have had someone call up and pretend to be a long-lost cousin, your grandson, calling from the police station, calling from broken down on the highway, saying, please come and get me, send me some money. That kind of scam is going to get worse and worse. The thing to do is call that person back. Do not go right into just, sending off the money. Instead, you got to call them back at the number you know and check that they're there. You're going to get texts like crazy from carriers and retailers. You're going to get people texting and saying, oh, your password's been changed, or, oh, there's been some thing. Click here. Do not click there. Go around the text and go back to the bank yourself, go back to Facebook yourself, whoever it is, check with them directly. Phishing emails, they're going to get more and more specific. They're going to convince you that, they know specifics about your life, so they must be legitimate. No, do not click on these links. And in the end, scrutinize the senders. You have to look at the emails themselves, and you're going to see zeros have been swapped out for O's. These kinds of things are a huge part of the scam. It is really important over and over again to just remember they just want information out of you. Do not respond as much as possible.
Scamming's become so prevalent. I actually got an email this morning from Amazon warning me about a scam, and I had that verify it was actually Amazon. Turns out it was.
This is the thing, is you're just going to get it everywhere. I get multiple a day. It is something that we're all going to have to contend with in the future.
So, Jake, if you are like me and have fallen for scams in the past.
Let's go, you and me.
And so it happens.
Sure.
What do you do?
Well, so the most important thing is to report it right away. You can send, for instance, anything that looks scammy on a text message onto the number 7726. That spells out spam.
7726.
7726, and that will report it to the FTC. And if you do actually lose money, you can call the FBI. They have a whole center about this, the FTC, or your local police department. If you are unhappy enough to have sent a wire transfer to somebody, you can get that reversed. You just got to act quickly, go and do it. And, the thing to really watch out for, I say this to everybody, is gift cards. Whenever someone says to you, send me a gift card, the reason they want to do that is it's basically cash once you do it. Stay away from gift cards. Over and over again, you'd hear people sort of making that turn where they've given somebody a bank account or they've given somebody an actual gift card. At that point, there's no going back. So really think hard before you proceed down that road.
So important. All right, right this way, sir.
Come on down, Jake, and give us some rules. What do we need to think about here? Help us remember so we don't end up like Jacob.
I know. I mean, as the NBC technology expert, I have been taken in by these sorts of scams as well. So one big thing is use multi-factor authentication. Basically, any browser, any site that you're going to right now offers you the option not only use a password, but to then be emailed further credentials to get in. Use that. Really important. I know it's annoying and irritating to have to update your software.
Do that.
They're always saying to do this.
That.
And this is something you actually shouldn't ignore because that software those software updates are very often protecting you. And the most important thing, of course, is think before you click. Don't get into the text messages. Don't get into the links that you are sent.
Don't follow the links.
That's right. And I, like most people in our line of work, use a password manager. You shouldn't be remembering passwords. You should be using an app that keeps them for you. I think over and over again, you guys, the thing that I really want to emphasize for everybody out there is don't be ashamed when you get scammed. Don't be ashamed when someone reaches out to you in a way that makes you feel like you are too embarrassed to tell your friends or loved ones about it. Absolutely go to your kids or to a nephew or somebody in your life who knows a little more about the internet than maybe you do. Check in with them about it. It's so important. The only thing that embarrassment does is help the scammers out.
That's true.
Do not be embarrassed. Go to your friends and family and say, I'm talking to somebody online. Should I be doing that? Don't be embarrassed.
Especially,
don't keep it yourself.
the romance ones that you think you should, but no, don't.
Exactly.
Good looking out, Jake.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was great stuff.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.